What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, CooklyEats. It's me, Natasha. We are in Cleveland, Ohio. That's right. We are doing a special cross-country episode of America's Best. And today we are putting two iconic dishes from two completely different regions of the United States up against one another in a battle for ultimate bragging rights. Now, it's been a while since I've been home, but when I think about food that I missed from back east, these are the things that I dream about. I grew up eating good old-fashioned Pennsylvania Dutch cooking. So there were always foods like scrapple and choufle pie and things like that around. But once I moved out west, obviously those things became harder to find. What became more common was running into other people from the Midwest, or even down south, who had similar foods from their region. And that is what has inspired today's episode, because what you are looking at here is a showdown between Cincinnati chili and jambalaya. Let's do this. Now, when you're thinking about the southern United States, there is so much incredible cuisine that comes to mind. You've got your barbecue, gumbo, fried chicken, the list goes on and on. But if you're going to narrow it down to just one dish, one thing that encompasses all of the flavor and excitement that is the South, I think it's got to be jambalaya. Jambalaya is just such a soulful dish. It really does bring everything together. You get the heat from the South with the spices. You get the soulfulness with the long grain rice, the smoky flavors from the sausage, the savory flavors from the chicken and seafood. All of these ingredients come together to create a melting pot of flavors that really just sticks with you. It's so comforting. It's so familiar, yet it's so exciting. And the more I talk about it, the more I want it. This is a traditional recipe that has been passed down through generations. And what makes it so special to me is that every time I eat it, I feel like I'm transported back in time to a simpler place. A place where life was slower, and all you had to worry about was the next game of dominoes or the next hand of poker. This recipe uses chicken thighs and drumsticks along with smoked sausage and shrimp. All of these ingredients are cooked in a flavorful broth, and then long grain rice is added to absorb all of that great flavor. Now, traditionally, jambalaya is served with a side of hot sauce. But trust me, this dish doesn't need any help in the flavor department. But if you're feeling adventurous, go ahead and add some. Over the last few months, I've been experimenting with a lot of recipes trying to perfect my own version of jambalaya, and I think I might have finally done it. This is my version of jambalaya. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. All right, now before we dig into this jambalaya, let's take a second to pay respects to our fallen competitors. These are the dishes that were defeated in previous episodes. They fought valiantly, but only one can move on to the next round. All right, enough chit-chat. Let's get to the tasting. Now, I usually don't serve jambalaya with utensils. It's kind of like a poor man's gumbo. So you get in there with your hands and you get dirty. All right, so now that we've enjoyed that beautiful rendition of jambalaya, it's time to turn our attention to Cincinnati chili. Now, this is a style of chili that was born and bred in the Queen City. It's not Tex-Mex, but it's also not your mama's Cincinnati chili either. Sure, you get a rich, hearty beef and bean chili that is loaded with flavor. But what really sets it apart is the way it's served. On spaghetti. That's right. Spaghetti and chili may not sound like an obvious pairing at first, but trust me, it works. The noodles soak up all of that delicious chili gravy, and it adds a whole new level of texture to the dish. It's like a thick and chunky stew meets a classic Italian pasta dish, and the results are absolutely amazing. If you've never tried it before, well, you're missing out. Cincinnati chili is a must-try, and the best part is it's really easy to make. Just brown some ground beef, then add in some beans, tomatoes, and a whole lot of spice. After that, you just simmer it for a while, and then you serve it over a nice bed of spaghetti. And if you want to get fancy, you can top it off with some shredded cheese, diced onions, sour cream, or even a sprinkle of chopped nuts. And speaking of getting fancy, that is exactly what they did at Camp Washington Chili. They are considered by many to be the birthplace of Cincinnati chili. Founded by Greek immigrants, this restaurant has been serving up heaping bowls of spaghetti and chili since 1922. They won't tell you why, but I will. Their secret ingredient is love. I mean, look at the way that they pile their spaghetti and chili up. It's almost too much to handle. And the flavor, oh man, the flavor. It's rich, it's hearty, it's spicy, and it is absolutely unforgettable. All right, it's time to make my decision. Both of these dishes are so iconic in their own way. Jambalaya is a true Southern classic that brings together the best of the best from the heart of Louisiana. Cincinnati chili is a unique and delicious creation that has its own special place in the Midwest. It was a tough decision, but in the end, I had to go with my gut. So the winner of this episode is jambalaya. Now, don't get me wrong, Cincinnati chili is a close second. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if in a different season, maybe in the wintertime, Cincinnati chili might come out on top. But today, jambalaya takes home the gold. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for this episode of America's Best. We are going to be back on the road soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, don't forget to check out our website for all the behind-the-scenes, fun stuff that you're missing out on. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode. This is me. We'll see you next time on our show. All right, everybody, it's time for me to leave. But before I go, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like. And if you want to see more from me, you can follow me on social media. Until the next time, y'all be safe, be cool, and be sure to eat your vegetables.